critical appraisal of LPG. LPG की कुछ benefits भी थे, कुछ demerits भी थे. Let's see. So there were some positive effects as well. The first one was increase in GDP. GDP had increased from 5.6% in the year 1980 to 91 to 8.2% in the year 2007 to 12. The second one was growth in service sector. Although industrial sector had expanded, it still reported a few fluctuations, and that consistent rise was seen in the service sector, and this implies that the growth in the economy was mainly driven by the service sector. The third one is increase in FDI and foreign exchange reserves. What happened was that the opening of the Indian economy had led to an increase in FDI and FFIs, which consequently increased the foreign exchange reserves. So there was an increase in foreign exchange reserves as a result. The foreign investment, which includes FDI and FII, had increased from USD 100 million in 1990 to USD 36 billion in 2016 to 17, and the foreign exchange reserves increased from USD 6 billion in 1990 to USD 321 billion in 2014-15. And India is one of the largest foreign exchange reserve holders in the world. Increase in exports, of course. India had seen tremendous increase in exports of auto parts, engineering goods, IT software and textiles in the reform period. Inflation rate was controlled. Basically, the rising prices were also kept under control. So the negative aspects can be seen separately in agriculture sector, industrial sector. Disinvestment was there. Growth and unemployment had some negative aspects, and there was fiscal policy also which had suffered. Let's see. So the first, let's see agriculture में कैसे negative impact थे. Also आपने देखा होगा कि पूरी वीडियो में I did not take agriculture sector name also, क्योंकि पूरी LPG पॉलिसी के अंदर एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर को अच्छे से निगलेक्ट ही कर दिया था. So the first reason was, why was it happening? This decreased benefit, or this lack of benefit to agriculture sector where the growth rate had been decelerating was, first of all, reduced public investment. There was a drastic decrease in the volume of public investment in the agriculture sector. Also, the Indian government failed to provide sufficient irrigation facilities, electricity, advanced technology, information system, market linkages, roads, basically infrastructure to the agricultural sector, to the farmers, so that they could improve their production. Also, investment in agriculture research and development was also not as extensive during the Green Revolution phase. The second was the subsidies were removed. Okay, that means the prices of fertilizers had been pushed up, and the cost of production also had also increased. This made farming so much more expensive and had an adverse impact on the poor and the marginal farmers. Reduction of import duties on agricultural products. Due to adherence to the WTO agreement commitments, Indian government had to reduce the import duties on the agricultural products, right? And reducing the import duties would mean that now people were importing products from outside, agricultural products from outside. That implied increased competition for the domestic farmers. क्योंकि import duties कम हो गई हैं, people in India were actually purchasing goods from the foreign countries, क्योंकि वहाँ के goods cheap हो गए थे, import duties कम हो गई थी. Increased competition की वजह से they actually had to face lot of problems, and they were poor farmers especially were badly affected because of their traditional techniques. The fourth one is commercialization and lack of food grains. There was a shift from the production of food grains to cash crops. The export oriented production strategies had led to the shift in agricultural production, and now farmers were not producing products like mostly like food grains, but now they shifted to production of cash crops like cotton, jute, etc. And this decreased the availability of food grains in the market, and consequently lower nutritional values were basically not provided in the stuff, right? Which reduced their productivity. The last one is inflation of prices, basically rise in prices of food grains. The shift towards the cash crops from the food crops, along with the removal of subsidies, had exerted inflationary pressures on the prices of food grains. क्योंकि कैश क्रॉप्स बनाने लग गए थे लोग, जिसकी वजह से फूड ग्रेन्स कम हो गए थे मार्केट में, सब्सिडीज रिमूव हो गई थी जिसकी वजह से प्रोडक्शन एक्सपेंसिव हो गई थी, उसकी वजह से प्राइसेस जो थे फूड ग्रेन्स के वो बढ़ गए, and it again adversely affected the agriculture sector's performance by making the cost of producing food grains much more expensive. इंडस्ट्रियल सेक्टर में क्या हुआ था? cheap imports. The demand of the industrial output was actually reduced because of cheaper imports. Import duties हटा दी गई थी. Again I'm telling it, import duties के हटाने की वजह से imports cheap हो गए थे. The purchasing increased from foreign countries, and the developed countries were cheaper. Imports from the developed countries were cheaper because of the removal of tariffs, and these cheaper and quality products led to fall in the demand for the domestic products. Lack of investment, again there was lack of investment in the infrastructural facilities, and the domestic firms could not compete with the developed countries, the foreign countries counterparts in terms of the cost of production and the quality of the products. This inadequate infrastructure due to the lack of investment had pushed the cost of production, and the domestic producers again had to face a lot of problems because it was non-feasible for them to sell their produce at such low prices with the same quality. Third is restricted trade with developed countries. Of course, it was very difficult to access the developed countries, as I told you. क्या हुआ था ना कि the developed countries forced the developing countries to open their economy for them, but developed countries जो थी वो बहुत चालाक थी. They had high non-tariff barriers, okay, and they did not allow, or it was basically very difficult to access their market for the developing countries. For example, US ने क्या किया था, उसने अपना they did not remove their quota restrictions on the import of textiles from India. The last one is vulnerable domestic market. Again, we are coming back to the same thing. Domestic industries को protect करने के लिए government ने पहले बहुत सारी policies करी थी, ठीक है, to provide them a productive environment, to allow them to expand, to grow. But क्योंकि liberalization आ गई थी, जिसकी वजह से domestic countries जो थी, they were not in a position to compete with the developed countries. उनकी ना ऐसी टेक्नोलॉजी थी, ना उनकी ऐसी टेक्निक्स थी, स्ट्रैटेजीज थी, जिसकी वजह से the dependence of the domestic industries on the traditional technologies were neither cost effective, neither quality effective, and it was a very important aspect due to which the growth was hampered in the industrial sector. इसकी वजह से domestic industries were adversely affected. So the problem under fiscal policy was that we all know taxes form a major part of revenue for the government, and even though tax reforms were made keeping in mind that it might increase the revenue from taxes from the source, it did not help in any way. So for example, the first one is that even though tax rates of GST, income tax, corporate tax was reduced, thinking that tax evasion could also be reduced. It did not happen as it was planned. So there was no increase in the tax revenue, no increase in the taxpayers, even though there had been reductions in the tax rates. Second is, when tariff rates were actually reduced, tariffs were curtailed, the opportunity to raise from the revenue through the custom duties had also reduced. टैक्स रेट्स जो थे वो रिड्यूस हो गए, टैरिफ रेट्स जो थे वो रिड्यूस हो गए. And also to attract FDI, foreign direct investment, the government provided incentives to these foreign companies just so that if they think these investing in this country is kind of cheap, they will do it voluntarily. But again, reducing the tax rates or providing tax incentives were a bad idea because it reduced the scope of collecting lot of revenue from the source of taxes. Thank you so much guys for watching this video. If you like this video, make sure you give this video a big fat thumbs up and share it with your friends. Make sure you click on the red button and subscribe to my YouTube channel.